everyone, welcome to EduTap and welcome to the Finance Current Affairs session. In today's session, we are going to discuss two very important news articles of finance. The first news article is regarding the quarterly data that has been released for the public sector banks. So what is this quarterly data? What are the different categories under this quarterly data? Which are the banks which have come in the top 3 or top 4? So all of this we are going to discuss in today's session, and direct questions can be asked from such kind of news articles. The second news article is regarding the Axis Bank that have brought the 7th edition for the Knowledge Summit Evolve. So what is this Knowledge Summit Evolve and what is the theme for this 7th edition? So today we are going to discuss all about it, and let me tell you that the themes and such kind of news articles are very important because direct questions can be asked in the examination. Okay, so now before starting with the session, there is a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you the comprehensive guide for RBI, NABARD and SEBI. So through a single guidebook, you can get all your queries answered, especially regarding the exam. So if you want to know about the pattern of the exam, if you want to know about the previous year cutoffs, and even if you want to know about the syllabus for the examination, all of your queries can be answered through a single guidebook. And even if you want to know about the preparation, that what should be the strategy for the preparation, what should be the sources for the preparation, you do not have to visit different links, you do not have to go to different websites. Through a single guidebook, all of your common queries are going to be answered regarding the examination, and this is going to absolutely save your time, save your efforts, and this is free of cost to save your time and efforts, and you can easily download this ebook. The link is given in the description box below. So the link of these ebooks are given in the description box below. Do download these ebooks. Okay, so now coming to the first news article, that is regarding the public sector bank issued quarterly data. So for the second quarter, the data has been released. For the financial year 2022-23, the first quarter was from April 2022. So April, May, June. Then the second quarter started from July 2022, July, August and September. So for the second quarter till September 2022, the data has been released by the public sector banks, and in this data it has been told that in the percentage terms, the loan credit growth, the highest loan credit growth has been seen by the Bank of Maharashtra. So you can see that which has topped the list among the public sector banks, which has seen highest percentage growth in the loan credit. So that is the Bank of Maharashtra. The second one is the Union Bank of India, and the third one is the SBI. Okay, so the Bank of Maharashtra is followed by the Union Bank of India in terms of loan credit growth in the percentage terms, and the SBI is third in terms of percentage terms in the loan credit growth. Okay, so now if we talk about the absolute terms, so State Bank of India is the largest public sector bank. It is the largest public sector bank. So of course it has the highest growth in the advances, in the loans in terms of absolute terms. So the SBI's total loans were about 17 times higher than the Bank of Maharashtra in the absolute terms. Okay, so the Bank of Maharashtra is at the top of the list if we talk about the loan credit growth in the percentage terms, but if we talk about the absolute terms, so the SBI is the one, the State Bank of India is the one that has higher growth than the Bank of Maharashtra in the absolute terms in the loan credit growth. Okay, so I hope you will remember that in the percentage terms, the loan credit growth is highest seen by the Bank of Maharashtra, then the Union Bank of India, and then the SBI. Okay, so now coming to the second segment, that is regarding the other segments, that is regarding the RAM. So in the RAM segment, that is the retail, agriculture and MSME segment, the Bank of Maharashtra is again at the top, which has provided the most percentage of the loans, okay, to this segment. So the Bank of Maharashtra had the highest increase of this much percentage in the RAM loans, and the second one is Bank of Baroda, and the third one is SBI. So again in the RAM segment, the second is the first is Bank of Maharashtra, the second is Bank of Baroda, and the third is SBI. Now coming to the other segment, that is the current account, savings account, deposit growth. So in this segment also, again the Bank of Maharashtra is at the top of the list. So the Bank of Maharashtra has got the highest percentage of the current account and savings account deposit growth. Okay, so the BOM has topped the chart with 56.27% growth in the deposits in this accounts, followed by the Central Bank of India. So the second is Central Bank of India that has seen the highest growth in the current account and savings account, second highest growth. So next is the NIM category, that is the net interest margin. First of all, net interest margin is the profitability category. Okay, it is a profitability parameter or criteria. So through the net interest margin, we see that what is the profitability of the bank. So first of all, earning assets of the banks are what? They are the loans, because loans are the assets of the bank. So the bank is providing you the loan, and on that the bank is earning some interest. So that is my earning assets, because on the loans that I am giving, I am getting the interest. So that is my asset, because I am earning something on the loans that I am giving. Okay, so the interest revenue that the banks are getting is the interest on the loans that the banks are getting, and the interest expenses is what? The interest that the banks are giving on the deposits. So of course the interest that the banks gives on the deposit is very small, and the interest that the banks get on the loans is higher than the interest that the bank is giving on the deposits. So how much interest is the banks are getting on the loans minus the interest that the banks are giving on the deposits upon the earning assets, this is the net interest margin. This tells that the profitability is what? So the net interest margin, here you can read that it is the measure of the difference between the interest income that is earned by the banks or the other financial institutions minus the interest it pays out to the depositors. Okay, the amount divided by the amount of their assets that earn interest. So the assets of the banks are the loans that the banks are giving on which it is earning the interest. So in the NIM category, there are the two banks that have topped the list, that is the Bank of Maharashtra and the SBI. They both have the same percentage of the growth in the net interest margin, that is 3.55%. They have the net interest margin. Okay, a key profitability parameter it is, and they both have stood at the top among the PSBs with 3.55% of the net interest margin. Okay, the second, the Bank of Maharashtra and the SBI is at the top. Then comes the Bank of India with 3.49% of the net interest margin, and then comes the Central Bank of India. So the first BOM and SBI, the second is the Bank of India, and the third is Central Bank of India in terms of the net interest margin, in terms of profitability we can say. So now the other segment is the NPAs, the non-performing assets. In the gross and net NPAs terms, the BOM is the one that has seen the lowest gross NPAs and the net NPAs, and then the SBI is the one, the second lowest the SBI has seen. So the gross NPAs, the lowest is of the BOM, and then the second lowest is of the SBI. Similarly, in the net NPAs also, the lowest is of the BOM and the second lowest is of SBI. So next is capital adequacy ratio. So this is capital adequacy ratio, that the adequate capital has to be kept by the banks for the distress kind of situation. Okay. So at the conclusion of the second quarter, that is in September 2022, the second quarter ended. In that, the highest capital adequacy ratio has been seen with the BOM, that is the Bank of Maharashtra. The second highest, the capital adequacy ratio is being kept by the Canara Bank. Okay, so this you have to remember. The percentages are not very important. You do not have to remember that. Just which bank is at the top 3 or the top 4. Next is in the first half of the financial year 23, that is the 2022-23, the first half, that is from April till September, the cumulative net profit of all the PSBs increased by 32%. So you can see that the cumulative profit is increasing, and you can see the number also. The percentage here you have to remember, because this is for the first half. The Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, she has recently said that the government's efforts to reduce the bad loans, to reduce the bad assets, is like it's giving the results. It is yielding results, with all the 12 PSBs reporting 50% jump in combined net profit at rupees this much in the second quarter. So you can see that the Nirmala Sitharaman, she has also said about the good growth that the PSBs are seeing in the second quarter. Okay. Now coming to the second news article, that is regarding the Evolve, that is the Knowledge Summit. Okay. So Evolve, it is for providing the knowledge and expertise to the micro, small and medium enterprises. So it is a knowledge enhancement series that is focused on the MSMEs that are growing very fast, and they are very important for the growth of the country. Okay. As a knowledge partner, the Axis Bank is equipped is equipping MSMEs with the new age strategies. So in the summit, what happens that the thought leaders, the leaders of the big businesses that started from their small business, so how they converted their business from a small business to a big business. So such kind of leaders come and they try to provide the knowledge, they try to provide the expertise to the MSMEs through this evolved summits. Okay, so in the summits, what happened that the MSMEs are equipped with the new age strategies, the case studies are being shown to them, the operational know-how is being provided to them, the financial know-how is being provided to them, the non-financial know-how is being provided, the regulatory and the government affairs, that how they have to handle, what they should do in such categories, that is shown to them. So evolve is a knowledge and expertise summit that happens. Okay, so here the 7th edition, the 6 editions have already happened. So the evolve started from 2014. So it was conceptualized in 2014, and in the past 6 summits, there is a multi-cities evolve summit that has happened. So there are the 6 summits that have already happened, and this is the 7th edition. Now the theme you have to remember, okay, of this evolve summit. Of this evolve, this is the 7th summit, and the theme of this 7th summit is the Indian small and medium enterprises shifting gears for the next level growth. So now after the COVID, after the situation that is happening, now we have to focus on the next level growth of the SMEs. The sub themes are the digitalization to building Indian SMEs. So the digitalization is happening across the country. Okay, the digitalization is a major focus since 2014. Okay, after the government change. So now the MSMEs have to be equipped with the digitalization to build the Indian MSMEs, and the SMEs, we have to digitalize them. We have to focus on the digitalization, and they have to focus on the growth in the digitalization. Okay, export opportunities for SMEs in the new world order, and how now the world is changing and the global markets are opening more and more. So the equal opportunities can be provided to the MSMEs also, to the SMEs also for the export. Okay, and they have to focus on these opportunities because they are going to increase the profits of the SMEs if they do a lot of exports. So you can see that this is the theme and the sub themes. The theme is Indian SMEs shifting gears in the for the next level growth, and the sub themes are digitalization for the SMEs, Indian SMEs, and the export opportunities for the SMEs in the new world order. So now the 7th edition of Evolve delved into how the technology and digitalization can help achieve exponential growth from exports. So now if through the digitalization, if the outer world is showed the arts that we have, the tradition that we have, the minute work that our artisans can do, so through the digitalization, the exports can be grown for these kind of work. Okay, they are such pretty and beautiful and minute work that is going on through the SMEs, through the small and medium enterprises, and they are providing such different kind of art, such different kind of works. So this has to be shown through the technology, this has to be grown through the technology and the digitalization. And if we digitalize such a thing, if we show the world that what this is, so it can help us to grow the exports, it can help the MSMEs, the SMEs to grow the exports, which is a major area of focus for increasing the profitability. If the exports are more, the profits will be more, and the market presence in the for the MSMEs will also grow. So the knowledge partner for this edition, for the 7th edition, is done in Bradstreet. So all existing MSME customers of Axis Bank can attend any Evolve session where they are going to get a lot of knowledge, a lot of expertise, how to grow their business. And the Axis Bank hosted the 7th Evolve session across the Evolve Summit across 20 cities. You can read the name. So across multi-cities, the session are being held. So now is previous summit. In the previous summit, what was the theme? So it was gearing up for a US $5 trillion economy. So this was the theme for the 6th summit. Okay, so the edition highlighted, this edition highlighted key focus areas in envisioning SMEs role. Now the SMEs, the small and medium enterprises, they can help India grow, achieve the $5 trillion economy. Okay, how? Because we have a lot of SMEs, and the SMEs are the ones that are providing for the unique things that we can make. Okay, the unique things that India has been popular for in the history. The silk we have, the handcraft that we have, the artisans that we have, they are from the SMEs and they can help India to grow. Okay, This platform provided a great opportunity to interact and learn from the thought leaders, from the leaders of the industry who have witnessed successful growth journeys over the years. So from coming from small companies to becoming the big companies, they are the ones that provide the knowledge to the SMEs. They provide the knowledge to the SMEs or the MSMEs. Okay. And they provide their expertise, they provide their knowledge that how you can grow your business, what should be the strategy, what should be the new age lookout that you have to do. So these are the themes for the edition 4 and edition 5. I have shown you the theme for the edition 6 also, and in all the evolved summits this kind of thing happens, where the shareholders, where the leaders are the ones that come and they try to provide the knowledge to the MSMEs. Okay. So these are the questions that I hope you can easily answer. This is the second question, and this is the question regarding the second news article. So these were the people that gave the right answer of the previous session question. It was Riya, Monashri, Shubham, Rishabh, Yash, Black Shadow, Bardman and Utkarsh. Thank you very much all of you for providing the right answer of the previous session question. IFSCI has done a MOU with the Reserve Bank of India. Okay. So do subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel. The PDF of this session will be provided in the Telegram channel and in the 24 hours, next 24 hours or in the next working day. Okay. So if you have any query, you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much everyone.